I might as well just do it at one go, 'cause I'm going to sound like a cock anyway. Hello and welcome to CraftChat. I'm your host Richard, or sometimes known as Darth Rich in the gaming circles, and I am and I am joined by Painy Boy, all the way from Essex. You alright, my love?
Wow, that is not how we all are. Just an odd few. Is that the right way of putting it on?
And you.
Am I going to get in trouble for that? I don't know.
Alright, my love. Right, and moving on, we've also got Fragman. Hello, Frag. I'm not quite sure where you're from.
I'm from Yorkshire. I'm a Yorkshire man.
It's up north, though, isn't it?
It is up north. that general direction, anyway.
Yes, that's it. We don't want any stalkers. Okay, so we're going to podcast for you. We are also going to upload videos in Minecraft.
This is an edit nightmare's nightmare. How the hell am I going to put this together?
I don't know. I'm sure you'll find a way. Well, this is episode 0 anyway. This is not the first episode, is it? This is a test run. Of some sort.
Or something.
Say that again.
I think we're on like episode 0.5 now.
0.5. So we've got like another 4 practices before we go any further. Anyway.
I'm just watching my back because I know there's a lot of creepers around and I'm scared they're going to explode on me.
Okay. That sounds really interesting. Talk more about that.
Well, at the moment, I'm hiding because I don't know where any of you are, and I'm not a very experienced Minecraft player, and I'm hiding at the top of a mountain thing. Oh, and someone's just appeared from behind me. Oh, I know, it's Fragman. That's all right.
Hello.
Well,
I'm safe now.
In all fairness, like, we don't want to come across as Minecraft specialists, because in all fairness, we suck.
We suck.
We know very little about the game. We do enjoy it, and I enjoy chipping away at the blocks and creating things that generally look like castles or penises. And
wow,
too soon?
What's the watershed?
Too soon.
I
don't know. Oh, penis isn't that bad, is it?
No, it's going to get a lot worse.
I could have said.
Yeah, no, you're right. Actually, yeah, it's a really good way of explaining it. Yeah.
We can bleep that, though, can't we?
Everything's going to be bleeped.
Everything's going to be bleeped. Anyway, so it's been a big day, a big week even in gaming this week, hasn't it?
Yes, it's been E3, hasn't it?
It's been E3. There's not been much news, has there?
Well,
no, not really.
Itself.
That'd be weird. That'd be the last news it needs. It just literally just explodes.
Yeah.
But no, I've just died. Yeah, no, I think, yeah, Monday was an interesting night because every conference was on pretty much at the same time.
One after the other. It was a long stint. It was like 5 o'clock till 4 a.m. wasn't it, basically?
Yeah, it was a long time, and obviously we were all quite excited to see where Sony were going, so they had to be on at 2 a.m. in the morning, which is just typical.
I should probably interject there and say, if you are an Xbox fanboy, you may not.
To be honest, I think they lost a lot of them.
I think you should turn off now, because I don't think we should shroud ourselves in deceit and say that we are multi-platform gamers. We tend to come from the Sony stable, and
which I think is fair to say, but I really don't think. I think everyone is not happy at the moment with Microsoft.
No.
I think even hardcore fanboys are even questioning what the hell have Microsoft just done.
I'm not sure if Microsoft's happy with Microsoft.
Yeah,
I does the CEO know of this? What they're doing? You know, it's just.
It is strange, and it's not. Although it's funny and hilarious, No, it's just funny and hilarious, isn't it?
I mean, that conference was a joke.
Being
I'm
diplomatic
so
is really, really fucking difficult.
I mean, that conference at 5:30 was just embarrassing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was an okay conference. It wasn't. We are showing you the console that you're going to play for the next 6 or 7 years, and these are the amazing things that it can do. Type of conference, was it?
They made the huge mistake of starting off with Metal Gear Solid first.
Yes.
Surely that was a huge mistake to start off with a massive, massive game and then suddenly go to something little, and it just didn't make sense. It was just like, I was really confused by it all, and then I just didn't feel like, and the price, what were they doing? Surely they learned from Sony last time.
Yep.
So why would they do that? They've got all this negative press. Do they not read news sites? Is that what?
That was the only thing I think really could have saved it.
Yeah, if they come out and said our console was $299, which I know is ridiculous, people would have bought that console.
Yeah,
it's guaranteed.
Well, not only that, because there was a huge amount of question marks over the console and what it did and what it didn't do. From the press release that it did 3 weeks before or something like that. So they had plenty of time to say, right, this is all the questions that our consumers are asking us. It's time to set the record straight. Let's tell them how it is on certain things such as DRM or used games and stuff like that. But they didn't really address any of that, which just which in the few short hours afterwards, people were still asking all these questions and people were assuming the worst, which unfortunately turned out to probably be true anyway.
Yeah. That's right, and you look at what Sony done last year or the year before when Sony got hacked. Jack come out and basically just said, "Look, guys, I just want to take a moment of your time just to apologise." And he done his soft little sweet talk, and everyone was amazed by it. And he took the right amount of time. What was it, about 5 minutes maybe or something? It was talk, and then basically just went, "Now let's go and look at the games."
Yeah, exactly. And he even did the same kind of thing this time, but quite the opposite. He was just thanking everybody for supporting the Sony brand.
And you genuinely believed it.
Yeah, and I don't know whether I'm biased because I do like Sony. I've always liked Sony, but they just seem like nicer people. They just seem like more likable people. I know they are executives, and I know they are professionals at the end of the day, and they want to be liked more than anything. But they just seem to come across as real people.
Absolutely, I'd fully agree with that. You look at Microsoft speakers and they all just seem like, how do I put this nicely?
They don't have a Shuhei, do they?
No, it's just they just seem like you don't trust them. You wouldn't trust them with your wallet. You just think they would go and buy an exclusive for $50 million if you had that in your pocket.
My girlfriend. Get off my girlfriend, Don Matrix.
And it just got more and more. You look at I can never pronounce the name Yosp on Twitter. What's he?
Shuhei Yoshida, is it?
I'm not sure. That's why I like his Twitter name, because Yosp is really short and sweet.
It is, yeah.
He's just the nicest guy ever. You look at his replies on Twitter, and everyone just sort of loves him.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Like, man crush or something, I don't know, but
and even Mark Cerny as well, he seems to be getting quite a following now as well.
Yeah, and he's believable, isn't he?
He is. He comes across as really genuine. Slightly weird, but I kind of like that as well.
He reminds me of is Brian Cox Sir?
Yeah. No, I don't think he's a Sir, is he?
Oh, he should be.
You heard it here first.
It just reminds me of him, the way he's talking. He's enthusiastic about the product.
He's enthusiastic. That's a good way of putting it, actually.
He just gets straight into it, doesn't he?
And he's not young. He's been there since the start as well.
Oh, right, I didn't know that.
Okay.
You mean, like, was he born at Sunday?
I don't know.
Front of their door in a reed basket.
I should have said that because I can't really back it up with anything. But I think he's been involved in games development since the very, very early years, like pre-PlayStation. I think maybe even Ataris and stuff like that. I think. I don't know. I'm sure somebody will correct me on that.
You hear about
not gonna be one of those.
Oh yeah. So by the way, on CraftChat, we don't know. Well, we know very little about Minecraft. We know all about gaming, but we are very, very opinionated. So there you go.
About the guy from the guy who creates Borderlands. Is it Ryan something? There was an article I read yesterday or the day before, talking about the 8 gig of RAM in the PS4.
Yeah.
Sony, by the sounds of it, originally wanted 4 gig.
Mm-hmm.
But all the developers laughed at them and said if you do that, it's over.
Right.
And this was like the Borderlands guy basically saying, look, you need this, and they come back with 8 gig, and they were like, that's the one.
They were like,
you can do that a lot better than me. I'm never going to attempt that again because you told me off last time.
I somewhat would like you to try though.
Maybe later. I'll do it. I'll shock you.
I had to do the intro, so I think okay, we'll build that one up.
Build that up. You'll get a surprise.
Tune in at the end.
Yeah, a little.
So apart from E3, what else have we been doing this week?
Last of Us.
Last of Us, yes, released today in fact.
Yes.
But some of us were lucky enough to get it yesterday and put some hours in. I don't think we really want to spoil anything, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
We've got some opinions on it, I think, that we could probably say, like, because I think me and Frag were both in agreement that we played it and it was good, but we didn't see the 10 out of 10 blockbuster that everybody was kind of pitching.
Yeah.
But I have played a little bit more today, and I enjoyed today's few hours a lot more than I did yesterday, to be fair. So, well, I'll leave my judgments until I finished it, which I think is only fair, really.
Well, like I said, you've had a chance to see, you know what you're coming in for today. You had a chance to play it yesterday. You know what you're expecting. So I think that's probably why it feels better today. But I think the problem with me with the game at the moment is the AI is a little bit lax. There's times when you think something should be happening, but characters seem to ignore each other, even though they're on opposing faction and should be enemies of each other. They just ignore. It kind of detracts from the experience of the game a little bit.
It does. It does. I have to agree with that, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's something they can possibly patch into. I'm not sure how big
I don't
AI
know.
is.
Like, you kind of understand it, because like, it would be really, really frustrating if the AI did affect the gameplay, because then you would feel like you weren't in control of it. But I don't know quite how they get around that. I don't know. But the characters are fantastic. The characters and the writing's fantastic. And really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to the rest of it.
They have been having a couple of issues with the autosave system I've heard as well. I mean, I myself have had some trouble with it. When I grabbed hold of it yesterday, I played it for probably a good 4 hours, I'd say. Completed my session sort of thing, went to bed, woke up, played it again this morning, and my save game had only saved about 100, an hour and a half of gameplay. After that time, to just stop saving.
That's interesting, actually, because I was just reading about that on Twitter before, because they've supposedly fixed that now.
Yeah.
Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
And it made me think about like this whole Xbox One thing, because it was a server issue. That was really odd, affecting, because I was expecting a patch. I was expecting a patch to fix this issue. But the fact that it was a server affecting your save game, that was really odd. I don't know if it's me, but I've never heard of that before.
I believe it's something to do with statistics. It uploads it onto the server, so all the current games now, it'll tell you how other people are playing the game, how other people are faring against you, sort of thing. I believe it's something like that. It uploads in the background, and it's getting stuck somewhere doing that. And because it's sat there saying auto saving, you can't manually save at the same time. So the only way that I've found to sort it out is to basically just quit the game and start it again. Take the hours that you've lost, the time that you've lost, and just continue from where you left off, sort of thing. Just keep an eye on the start screen. Just press it every 15 minutes, so just to make sure that it's not saying auto saving, and you're just stuck on that.
Ouch. Yeah.
So in total, I think it's about 4 hours I've lost. I lost a couple of hours yesterday and a couple of hours today.
Quite a lot, isn't it?
That is a lot.
Yeah.
And especially when it's such a slow-paced game as well. Because it is a slow-paced game. It's certainly not Uncharted. Although, No, I don't even know if the combat does feel like it. I don't think it does. It feels far more realistic.
Yeah, you feel more exposed.
Yeah.
Say.
In Uncharted, it's just all about the headshots, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just one after the other. Where you know, obviously headshots are important in this, but they're much harder to pull off, and your ammo's far more limited. And it's a real good feeling. I really like that side of it, I must admit. I do.
Oh yeah, I'll say.
And when I talk about it, I kind of get excited about it. So there must be something good about it. There mustn't, you know. It's
it does look amazing, you know.
It's beautiful to look at. It's beautiful. It really is.
Yeah.
The character models, the skylines, the scenery, everything is fantastic.
I watched one trailer because I'm a sort of trailer. I don't like watching trailers anymore because even for films, not just for games, I feel that trailers are showing too much now. You know, like Man of Steel, there's about 10 TV spots, and that's a bit ridiculous because it's kind of like, I'm sure I've just seen half of the film, you know, and it was the same for the Dark Knight Rises. It was kind of like there was so many TV spots. That was like the first half of the film that I'd seen. You know, when you actually watched it, you thought, I've seen all this on the TV. You know, it's kind of,
it was the same for Carrie recently, because the only reason I know is because Carrie's obviously an old film, and I've seen the original film, the new one with what's her name, Chloe Moretz, is it? From, I don't know. Chloe Moretz, yeah. And and like, I was watching this trailer, I was like thinking, they just showed the whole f***ing film from start to finish, you know, like the entire story, not like, you know, like this is where she starts and this is where she gets to and what happens in the middle is a big mystery. It's like, it showed every single stage of that film in like 3 minutes, and I was just like, there's just absolutely no point going watching that film at all. And I think it's a growing trend, is that, and I don't particularly like it, to be honest.
And The Last of Us is a game that I want to sit down and play, and I'm you know, play the story as it is. You know, I don't want no interruptions. I just sort of.
I even closed the curtains yesterday.
Oh wow!
It is definitely a close the curtains, headphones on sort of game. Definitely.
It's very immersive type of game.
It is. But so I'm looking forward to trying out the multiplayer as well. I haven't tried it.
We've agreed once we've all got it, we're gonna give that a crack. Might even upload a couple of videos of it if we can find a way to capture it all.
Oh yeah, that's what we're all about.
Like capturing.
Well, like I say, we've got a.
I haven't been playing much Minecraft. I just died, by the way.
Yeah, like I say, we're all dying here. What's happening?
I died by falling though, which is
a bit embarrassing.
It is. So maybe this isn't an upload.
Actually saying they're not as embarrassing as EA Games with Battlefield. Do you remember that at the Xbox conference?
Ooh,
the guy about to walk off?
That was not
Basically,
good. He was fuming though, wasn't he? He was really mad.
I watched it again after, like the yesterday or something like that, just to watch it.
Somebody was going to pay for that, wasn't they? It was like, who the
if you guys didn't see this, basically what happened is that EA, whoever come out, basically showed the biggest game of all, you know, like this year or whatever, supposedly, with Battlefield 4.
It's a huge game, isn't it? Yeah.
And all flashing, dancing, you know, flashing screens and everything. They press start to play the game and there was no sound. And it was really embarrassing because they just stood there, and the guy looked like he was just going to explode. He was, if you've ever seen Malcolm Tucker in the thick of it, he was just going to explode. He was, and then he looked like he was going to walk off after about. But it must have been a minute and a half. I think he did
for a little bit, didn't he? I don't know if because I didn't know if he was going to come back again.
I reckon they pushed him back on.
Yeah, probably. But no, it was embarrassing. It was one of the moments, wasn't it? And like, it was really difficult to watch though. You like watched it and you're like, oh God.
Assassin's Creed 5 or 4, whatever number we're on these days, that crashed as well on the Sony.
It did.
Yeah.
At the same time, I think everyone just expected that.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed is just never going to be ready. It's always buggy. They don't matter how much.
I just can't be bothered with Assassin's Creed.
No, it didn't look exciting when I was watching it. It was just like, oh, come on.
It really, I don't think it's for me.
I mean, like the whole sitting down thing on the chair, I know they could have evolved that somehow. You know, that's always been the way. Oh my God, he's put his hood up, he's hidden. I don't think so. It just makes him more obvious.
Yeah. And it's a shame because I like the setting and I like the idea of it. And
Yeah.
even like when you're playing them, some of the cutscenes, they get you really G'd up, really excited, but there's only really one way to complete each mission. It wasn't that open world,
Yeah.
you know, your choices, your decisions
Yeah.
game that they kind of pitched it to be originally, and it's never really changed from that, I don't think.
Assassin's
No.
Creed 2 I really liked. I really did like. I've platinumed that as well, and I was
Congrats.
surprised. Yeah, thank you.
Hey, you-
Shame it doesn't show up on the XMB. I'll have to get a PlayStation 4 for that, so you can all congratulate me.
That's something they should have done ages ago. We were talking about this, weren't we? Sorry, I'm kind of just interrupting
Yeah,
there.
yeah, just
Yeah,
interrupt.
that's alright, you do that.
Yeah. Carry on. I'll just sit back.
No, I'm going to say...
I can't remember what I was going to say. I think I was just trying to be funny.
All right.
It had to be like an EA conference moment.
Ah, cool. But yeah, but why does it ping when you get a platinum?
Yeah.
Well, you know, why does it? It's just a little something like, you know, Painy Boy has got a platinum in Assassin's Creed 2. Go and congratulate him. You know, it's that sort of thing
Yeah.
that brings your community together, doesn't it? And gets.
You were saying, don't do bronze.
No.
Just give us the main goal.
Yeah, exactly. Because like to flip it on its head, like, you know, when you play World of Warcraft, it's like everybody congratulates you on every single thing that you do, and it's just like way too much. But you don't want to not congratulate someone because you might think that they're being rude, and it's just completely the opposite, isn't it?
And because you don't know the exact name of every achievement, that could actually be the biggest achievement of all.
Yeah,
games.
exactly. But yeah, it's
But I don't feel the PlayStation 3 would have been that easy to congratulate someone. It's kind of like, you know, you have to press triangle, new message, wait for that.
you have to wait for the little spinny thing to
select the
stop.
people. Your browser will crash because that would have probably tried loading. For no reason. Yeah. PlayStation 3. Do you remember when the XMB was actually usable?
Oh, when it first came out, it was brilliant. It was slick as anything.
Yeah.
And then then they gave us what we want. I want to be able to go access the XMB in game.
Can you imagine if
They were like, "You really want that? Are you sure you want that?" And we're like, "Yeah, we f***ing want it." And we're like, "Oh, we didn't actually want that, did we?" it breaks everything.
Imagine if they did put in-game chat, it would have actually crashed the system. It would have never turned on.
That's it.
It would have actually just...
Are you sure you want that? Are you really sure? No, we're not sure. So yeah. So what about favourite game? Most anticipated games from E3. What are we all most excited about? If you had to pick, I don't know, say 2 games. If you had to take 2 games away right now.
I think there was that one on Sony's conference, that 18 something.
Yeah, the steampunk one.
Yeah, it was all looked like old
it looks
times.
good,
It was
didn't
old
it? Yeah.
sort of things. That looks interesting. It just looked sort of different. It just
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. And to be perfectly honest, I can't remember the last steampunk game either. 1886, I think it was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was
something like that.
yeah, it had a second title, didn't it, as well, like a
Plus,
subtitle.
I didn't recognise the developer on that one. Who was it?
Who is it?
I can't remember. Oh, this is dead air now, isn't it?
Oh, it's alright, because just to let you know, some people got free screens on this in this day of age.
Ready
which
at
has
Dawn.
free screens.
Ready at Dawn.
Ready? Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
The PSP developers
That's
for
right.
God of
Yeah,
War.
yeah. So this
Completely
is
different.
like their first. This is their shot at the big time, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think people are actually quite excited. I looked on Twitter after, and people were like,
It's just something
Quite
different,
excited.
something new, not a space shooter.
which someone paid $50 million for, rumoured to be.
Well, yeah, but that's it. But then again, I'm really, really, really excited about Destiny. So,
Oh, Destiny, no, yeah, that's...
you know what I
that
mean?
is-
So, I don't know. Sometimes there's
That-
underlying...
That was going to be my second title
Yeah.
for that, but what was that one Ubisoft showed off right at the end? The one that they caught you with that just thought, this looks f***ing incredible.
Division, was it?
Yeah.
Division.
That
the
looks
bullet hole,
good.
That was good.
The everything.
Oh,
You know,
the
you-
graphics on that, like the tyre tracks in the snow and
Yeah.
the way the the glass in the car kind of shattered and fell away and stuff. It just looked really, really natural. It just looked really, really
Hot
good.
lighting when they went in the building, and I mean, like, you can just imagine it. And it's the fact that they played that real time live on the stage. It was kind of like, oh, this is it. And it was kind of that Watch Dogs moment all again, because Watch Dogs was fine. I didn't feel as excited about it this time. But this was that Watch Dog moment. Now
it was though, it was, and I think they even said that they had another Watch Dogs to show you this time, and people were like, yeah, of course you did, because that really caught everybody off guard last year, and I think they pulled it off personally anyway.
Yeah. So they're my two sort of on the watch. Oh, and TV as well, because obviously I'm going to buy an Xbox One just to watch some TV. To get an achievement.
Having said that, if I could get an achievement for watching Game of Thrones, I'd probably be quite down with that.
That'd be the epicest platinum on achievement. It'd be like, you'd feel proud to show that off.
Yeah, you could get like an achievement for seeing like every character's tits at some point, couldn't you?
And that would be a long list.
Oh, it'd be a long list. That would be hard work.
Or I'm going to sound really cruel here, or dirty, I suppose, is that try and get an achievement without pausing the screen. Too soon.
Way too soon. So, and anything else from the games? I'm just trying to think. Because, like, some of the racing games look really good as well. Like, we've got Drive Club, haven't we?
Yeah.
We got.
I didn't see Drive Club. I've heard about it. Didn't see it though.
It's a trailer. They showed it more off at the pre.
Yeah, there's I can't remember, was it GameSpot or somebody got some off-screen, like in-game footage, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
And it looked really good. But the other one that really that I really liked the look of, and I can't remember what it was called. The Club. No.
Was it the Club?
No, it's not called the Club, is it? The Club's that old game. Oh, this is really embarrassing now.
Oh, I know what one you mean. I can't remember whose conference it was on as well.
It's like the pack. I'm just making words up now.
Because
somebody Google it. My microphone's far too close to my keyboard.
I'm having a look. Because I think I might have died on.
Yeah, we don't want dead air anyway, do we? So and then we had from the Sony conference the big Final Fantasy announcement as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
And 13 Versus is no more, but it is. Final Fantasy 15, and that looked absolutely gorgeous. It looks the same as it did back in 1986 or when they first ever showed it, but it still looks amazing. I'm so looking forward to that. And I think everyone was really surprised because they did announce that we also got the announcement of the new Kingdom Hearts as well.
Yeah, that excited a lot of people.
It did. I've never been a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. I played the first one to death. I don't think I played the second one. But they were great games. I was far more excited about the Final Fantasy than the Kingdom Hearts. But
I found out the name, by the way.
Go.
The Crew.
The Crew, not the Club.
Crew.
Or the Pack.
Yeah, sorry, I thought it was the Crew.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? Because that has kind of an MMO kind of feel to it as well.
Yeah, it was, and it was the size of the game, wasn't it? It was the whole of the US, wasn't it?
The whole of the US. Now, one can think that perhaps that they're not actually going to do the whole of the US, but to do anything that slightly even resembles the whole of the US is still an amazing feat.
Pretty good going, isn't it?
Absolutely. And because it zoomed right out and it zoomed right back in again, didn't it?
That map. That map was pretty incredible, wasn't it? When they zoomed out, it was. And
I was watching an interview. I think it was on Game Trailers later on in the week, and they had the developers on, and they were kind of talking that even though it is like a driving game, obviously, that you do with your friends and such, it also has a kind of Metroid feel to it because you've got to unlock certain cars or upgrade certain cars to be able to get into certain areas and stuff like that. So where you have to revisit areas that you couldn't get to originally by obviously playing the game, which I find is quite exciting as well. It's kind of that Because everybody likes that Castlevania, Metroid type thing, don't they?
Yeah. So, have we all decided our games that we really like then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I think so.
I want to go on to the worst.
All of them. I loved all of them. I think they were.
Oh no, yeah, I don't think you did.
Oh,
Oh, it was interesting to hear about Battlefront, wasn't it? That was interesting.
Oh
yeah. Well, yeah, because that's been, DICE doing Battlefront is just a recipe for printing money, basically, isn't it? So I think they're probably they just said, like, somebody just knock together a quick reel and we'll announce Battlefield 3 and then we'll get around to, Battlefront 3 and then we'll get around to it at some point. So yeah, it looks good though, doesn't it?
Mm.
I think one of my worst games was Rise. Was it Rise or?
Oh, that's a Roman one.
Was that was that
quick
a PlayStation exclusive? That one, Penny?
Was it?
No, I do believe
can have
it was Xbox.
Was it an Xbox exclusive? All right.
I do believe it was Xbox.
My goodness. Who would have guessed it? It looked boring, didn't it?
It went on for ages.
It went on, and the graphics looked gorgeous. They looked really, really nice. But they had them quick time events.
And it all was quick time, wasn't it?
And I'll be the first person to say I don't like God of War. I've never really got into God of War.
See you later.
So it's not just a hate on Xbox, to be honest. That's a bit like saying, I'm not even going to say it because that sounds bad. Anyway, moving on.
Did anyone else find it interesting that Call of Duty Ghosts wasn't shown?
Call of Duty Ghosts.
Well, it's Call of Duty. If people are going to buy it, people are going to buy it. There's no point showing it. The people that buy Call of Duty will buy Call of Duty as they do every year.
It's true.
There's no point in them spending money on advertising when the same people are just going to buy it year after year. As you can probably tell, I'm not a massive Call of Duty fan.
No, I tend to. I haven't bought it for a couple of years now. I always loved it to start off with, to be fair.
Call of Duty 4.
Oh, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Yeah, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, wasn't it? Yeah, it was just that was awesome.
Incredible. It was just like, now this is how a shooting stealth game.
And Modern Warfare 2, I loved that as well.
Yeah, and then Modern Warfare 3 came out and it was like, it's questionable. And then Black Ops 2 came out and I didn't play it.
No, it's a shame, really. Yeah.
It felt like every game was just sort of copying and just
the previous one.
Yeah, and just sort of adding a dog now and then.
Well, then we had Black Ops, didn't we? Which
was weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
It didn't catch me as.
It tried to be too edgy.
Yeah. I can't remember it all really.
Well, I don't know. Was it not so?
I sort of remember Call of Duty 4, like playing it yesterday.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm trying to think. I'm actually thinking. So I actually can't remember.
Yeah.
There's bits in it. I just thought. I remember the bit in the is it a playground? He's on the floor. You guy and you're trying to protect him while the helicopter's down. The most frustrating thing ever because it was like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And there's a bit in the ghillie suit before that, isn't there?
Yeah.
That was really good, really good. Then again, these sort of things we kind of remember fondly, and I think it's just a case of innovation, really, isn't it? Something you've not done before.
Yeah, we were saying this earlier with like games. Who was it? Was it Nintendo? They basically said that we want to make games that you don't want to trade in.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, yeah,
that's a great point.
Reggie. That is exactly right.
Yeah.
You couldn't say that any better.
Absolutely.
Make me a game. I've still got a Call of Duty 4.
Yep.
I've still got all.
And I would play it tonight, quite happily.
Do you know what? I fancy playing it again at some point, actually.
I would quite happily go into the Kill House. I keep saying
Kill
this.
House.
Yeah, Kill House indoor one.
Yeah, that was a great map.
Do you remember when you went online and there was just no adverts or anything everywhere? It was just simple online and it just worked. But when I went on Modern Warfare 3, it just seemed cluttered. And the same can be said to Uncharted 3 as well. I didn't like the online because it's free on PlayStation Plus or something it's free, isn't it? It's the demo, isn't it? A free starter pack, isn't it? Like level.
Yeah.
And it was just cluttered. There was videos playing, and the PlayStation 3 just felt like it couldn't handle that. It was just basically like, come on guys, I'm trying to run Netflix in the background here on the XMP, trying to run your little video in the corner as well. Yeah, so there we go. Just go Sony's, mate.
There you go.
That sold me. And then, thinking about giving Sony to make, the web browser on the PS3, you laugh at that, because, like, everyone had a moan at Internet Explorer being put on Xbox 360.
Yeah, it's like 5,000 times better than the PlayStation browser.
And you don't know how much it hurts me to actually say, let me use Internet Explorer.
Internet Explorer, absolutely. Yeah, there wasn't really any. There wasn't much talk about the user interface for Sony, really, was there?
Is that video now with that woman? What's her name? Sarah Green.
Sarah Green, yeah.
We expect to know who Sarah Green is. Like his good friend.
I don't know. She looked all right though.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that, but yeah, no, I agree. That could have been a perfect cue moment, but I thought it could actually turn out embarrassing.
It could.
I might get a call.
So yeah, did we talk about least favourite games then?
But there was Rise, wasn't
Rise,
there?
yeah. Which it looked pretty, but quick time event, very God of War-ish. It looked epic, but it just didn't appeal to me at all.
Yeah.
No.
Any of the Madden series, anything that EA Sports did, to be honest. They seem to do the same every year. It seems to be the same man in the same shirt announcing the same thing.
Yeah, that's
each
true.
and every year.
That's true.
Switch off then.
What's that?
The rape thing. Why have we not mentioned the rape thing? That is the most funniest thing of E3 2013.
The rape thing? What's this?
This is definitely something to talk about.
This was amazing.
Well, it was Killer Instinct, wasn't it? They were showing Killer Instinct, so like there was a big rare release. I think everybody knew it was going to be Killer Instinct an hour or two before, didn't they? But they finally showed it, and they were doing this live demo, weren't they? And there was this guy versus this woman, and this woman's playing with a pad, and this guy's playing with a proper arcade fighting stick. Going absolutely mental, and he's obliterating her. He's absolutely obliterating her. And what does he say?
He says, "Here we go. Just let it happen. It'll be over soon." And then,
This is awkward.
I'm actually just reading on the CBS News at the moment that E3 audience offended by rape joke at Microsoft Xbox One event.
He's just like, I really, really hope that wasn't scripted.
It was bad if it was.
But it's not even something that would just... I don't know.
Just let it happen. It'll be over soon.
Oh.
Get out of the t-shirt.
Because he was destroying it, wasn't he?
Oh, he weren't hanging around, was he?
No.
He was like, right, we've got 30 seconds, I'm having it.
Yeah.
Literally, by the sound of his joke.
Oh.
Wow.
Anyway, moving swiftly on.
Yeah. I think that's E3 finished. I think that's all what happened, wasn't it?
I don't know. Have we had much since then? We've had so there's some free-to-play announcements for PlayStation, weren't there? So we get Warframe and PlanetSide 2.
Oh, okay. At least I'll be able to run PlanetSide 2 now.
Yeah. I have some experience with PlanetSide 2, and I really like it. And I think that model works really, really well for it as well. It's such an epic game. It's a game that needs to be played in a clan or with friends, I think, because it can be a bit daunting to start off with. But I think that could be what Dust 514 wanted to be honest. And plus, it's got a following already. People love PlanetSide and PlanetSide 2 already, don't they?
I only played a little bit of it because I think my laptop just wasn't up to the job.
Yeah, it's pretty taxing.
And it felt quite fun though. The only thing is, it was frustrating for me because I couldn't play it.
No.
It was just kind of,
you just have an amazing sense of scale, and it's just massive. The maps are huge, and you have like these little pocket areas. Oh, I've just got killed by a spider. I'm going to get killed by a spider. You get these huge battles going on at certain key points of the map and stuff, and yeah, it works really, really well. It is, you know, like there are microtransactions for new weapons and for new abilities and stuff like that, but everything is accessible just from playing the game, like a lot of these free-to-play models. So I think that works really well.
Yeah.
And I want more free, like Steam. You know, you go on Steam and just say, I really fancy playing something different, you know, and I don't go in all of them, but it's quite nice to just see you've got some games to play.
Oh yeah, you never have to pay anything,
and
do you? Really?
I want that on the PlayStation Store. If this was on PS3, we'd still be waiting for the PS4, the PlayStation Store to be loading up by the time this podcast is finished recording.
That's true. I nearly tweeted the other day because I started up the PlayStation Store, went and made myself a brew, and came back, and it was actually loaded, and I was amazed.
Oh really? Maybe they've updated it.
I was like, that must have loaded in less than 5-6 minutes.
That's really good.
That's really, really good. I was like, you go, Sony. You're awesome.
I think
you are awesome.
Use the internet browser on the actual PlayStation.
Oh my god, it's just the worst internet browser. Like, it is a 50-50 chance of it crashing your PS3.
Yeah.
Especially if you're watching porn.
I wouldn't know what that means.
Because it wants to open up the pop-ups in a different box and all sorts. You know, it's just, you know, I want RedTube. Show it to me. That's all I want. Anyway, too soon?
Is that what she said?
That's what she said. I learned something today.
Go on.
I learned something today. I learned what TIL meant.
What the is that?
Well, I don't know. I've seen it ages on forums and Twitter and Reddit and all sorts like that. And I thought, I honestly don't know what that means. I don't know what that acronym means, and I need to know what it means. So I googled it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even going to guess because I genuinely have no idea.
TIL means today. Today I learned.
Today. Oh yeah.
Today I learned.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh dear me.
That actually happened. That was an actual thing.
That's interesting.
Yeah, cool. So we've recapped T3. We've championed Last of Us.
Slated Xbox.
Have we got any PlayStation 3 games that we're looking forward to before the end of this cycle?
To be honest, I think it's The Last of Us.
I think Last of Us.
Yeah, I think that's the last.
What is actually coming out? I'm going to look now.
Well, I was excited for Beyond Two Souls.
Oh.
Yeah.
But after seeing the demo, it's like, this is not what I signed up for.
No, you're right on that one.
It looked like a Metal Gear type game, and I don't know. Maybe I just caught.
And I love Metal Gear.
Oh, I love Metal Gear, but I also love. I also love Heavy Rain, and there's nothing really like Heavy Rain, or there wasn't, was there? I suppose those Telltale games were a bit similar, are they? I've never played one. Like Walking Dead and stuff.
Not, I would say Heavy Rain was awful, very, very gritty, very immersive.
I've only ever played through it once as well, because I think that's my story, and that's how I should remember it as well. I kind of, you know what I mean. I didn't want to go back and do the different endings and stuff.
Yeah, I think I've only played it once.
Yeah.
Actually.
And I just like the fact that's my experience of it.
Oh, I might have played it twice actually because I've done it with the Move controller after.
No, you spoiled it then.
Excuse me. It did surprise me how things change. It really did. How you think, oh, I don't remember that from last time.
I don't know what was he called, the main guy, the guy in the cult.
Shelby Scott.
Shelby Scott, that's him.
Warning. Spoiler alert for a game that was out many years ago.
Because he was kind of a cool guy, wasn't he?
He was,
and now I'd just be looking at him going, you dirty
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. People should have played it by now.
Yeah, they should have.
Now I feel really bad because I'm the world's worst hater for spoilers.
We'll have to sort of try and...
I feel really guilty.
Sort that out.
I'm sorry, listeners.
You're right though. Beyond Souls, when they showed off that first trailer in E3, it was like, oh my god,
amazing.
this is like the next Heavy Rain. It's going to be incredible.
Yep.
But this trailer they showed at E3, she's on the back of a truck, she's in the army or something, and
she is Ellen Page though.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Gotta weigh up your options, haven't you?
I mean, the only other game I'm really, 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 really excited for is Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Or Ashes Cricket 2013.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
It don't look as open world, but it looks like you can do some stuff in it. But yeah, no, Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to have to be like day one buy. It doesn't matter what I'm playing at that time.
Oh, absolutely.
Everything else gets put to the side.
Yeah.
And the game will understand.
It is almost next gen. It's almost like easing you into the next gen by what we've seen of it so far. And
it is like the God of War 2 at the end of PlayStation 2 life cycle, where you look at that game and just think, my God, what they've done with the PlayStation 2 is incredible. Talking to PlayStation 2, was it Keys the other day, like who said that they're releasing FIFA 14 on PS2?
Yeah.
Which is incredible, isn't it?
It is incredible, because I don't think they released FIFA 13, did they?
I don't know, I didn't even know games were still being released.
I think that they stopped last year, but I could be wrong. Again, I'll probably be corrected. Because it was one of those things, it's like, oh, well, this is strange, because they're not releasing FIFA 13 for PlayStation 2 this year. It's the first year they haven't done it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing.
The embarrassing thing is the Wii U doesn't get it.
Yeah, so they're anticipating that they were going to sell more copies on PS2 than they would on... But because I suppose where the type of demographic, where the actual minority as far as this is concerned, though, because we do buy lots of new releases and stuff, but there are people that will just buy FIFA and Call of Duty and be quite happy, won't they?
Yeah.
And that is all they'll play, and maybe even just one of those, and I think that's one thing that Sony can't offer is people that are invested into teams and clans and stuff within the Xbox community. If all your 30 clan mates are all going to go and buy an Xbox, it's very difficult to be the one guy that's going to start again from scratch on your achievement scores and everything. I think that's the only thing that's probably going to stop people, because pound for pound they're both as capable as each other, aren't they?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Technically, anyway.
Like I say, it's good to see that Microsoft are now offering free games with the Xbox Gold.
Well, that's a really good point, Frag. Yeah, because what were they? They were two blockbusters, weren't they?
Yeah, it was Assassin's Creed 2, which is I don't know how many years old, and I can't even remember the second one.
I don't want Brotherhood. Oh no, and I don't want Assassin's Creed
3. No, I don't want that yet. I haven't played 2.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And what was the second one? Because this one was a mind blower. I nearly fell off the seat. It was amazing.
It was so memorable, I can't even remember it.
I think it might have been Halo 3. Was it Halo 3?
It was Halo 3, not ODST. No,
Halo.
not the good one.
Oh, Halo 4.
Halo 3.
Which probably sold about 60 million copies, and there's like 60 million and one consoles out there. So that one guy that didn't actually buy Halo 3 that owns an Xbox 360.
I've got Halo 3 and I've got an Xbox 360.
What's your profanity?
I mean, that was just ridiculous. That put... I used to complain about PlayStation Plus all the time because the games that come out, first of all, were just terrible. And maybe it will get better, but to be honest, if you've had all this negative press about your console all the way through, and then to come out and basically say, oh, we're going to give you Halo 3 and Assassin's Creed 2, it is generally like, are you having me on? Are you having a laugh with me? Do you really not want me to buy your console or something? Is that?
Well, exactly, especially when they're kind of copying the model that
Sony
already do to a certain extent. I know that the online functionality is going to come with PlayStation Plus and PlayStation 4, but but they are giving away some great games month in, month out. I've been a PlayStation Plus subscriber since the first day, and it was never really worth it, to be perfectly honest, to start off with. You got the odd PSN release, which was like a 10 quid release that was a couple of months old that you probably already bought if it was any good. But now you get full releases, don't you? You know, I don't know, over the last few months what we had Sleeping Dogs, Mass Effect 3.
Mass Effect 3, and the only bad thing about Mass Effect 3 was the bloody loading times. I don't know if anyone's played. Well, we have.
That multiplayer was great though, fun, wasn't it? It really was good fun.
Oh, yeah.
Really good fun.
We spent loads of time on that, and it was just, it shouldn't have been fun because it just felt like we were doing the same thing every time.
Yeah.
It just sort of worked. It was. It
was very good indeed. Then there's been there's loads of Vita releases as well. If you've got a Vita.
Yeah.
Nobody here has, I don't think.
I'm still not fully 100% convinced.
On the Vita.
I need to wait for the PS4 to come out.
Yeah, we'll have to see what PS4 does with it.
And the fact that they're allowing developers just to do remote play makes me happy. That makes me think, alright, they haven't dropped this console yet. I need to hear more though. I'm not fully convinced yet. So
there we go.
Yeah,
put that on the box.
Yeah, put that on the box.
Thank boy. Not fully convinced yet.
But I might.
2 stars out of 5. Put that on the box.
So what are we going to talk about now? Because E3, I think we've just pretty much summed up in a.
It's very difficult to announce everything because there was kind of loads of sleeper things that came out after the conference as well, weren't there?
One thing we did forget to mention is Dom Matrick in his interview after basically telling everyone to go out and buy an Xbox 360.
Wow.
Now
that was difficult to watch as well.
Then when their conference started, they started off by selling to us, the consumer. I'm now looking to buy an Xbox One because I'm actually in the middle now. I'm either going to get a PS4 or I'm going to get an Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
So Xbox starts off their conference and basically says, "We've released a new Xbox 360." I'm confused because now I don't know if to come buy an Xbox 360 or an Xbox One. That really threw me off.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the conference, he was chatting to what's his name, Jeff. I always say it wrong. I call him Knightley. Nickly, whatever his name. He's not worth my time. He wears sunglasses during the...
we'll talk about that in a minute.
And he basically just said, well, we've got a console for that, the Xbox 360, talking about the always online connection. So now he's just split his whole division of... I have no idea what console to buy now. I'm kind of like, do I get an Xbox 360 because I can play it offline? Why not just make it offline in the first place? It's
because
really
when I first watched that, I actually thought they were going to announce an Xbox One offline version.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines, whether it had this restricted functionality or something. I thought, this could be a really smart move, because I didn't know that people were linking it because it was like atrociously embarrassing, which it was. And I watched it 2 or 3 times, and it was difficult to watch. I'm not a big fan of the guy, but you just saw him die within about 3 seconds. And you could see while he was saying these words, he was listening to them, and he could just see this hole getting deeper and deeper. But he was committed, and he had to finish.
When he gets questioned saying, so basically that's your word, is it? Go buy an Xbox 360. And then he tries backtracking about a nuclear submarine. Where did that come from? I mean, surely you could think of something off the top of your head better than a nuclear submarine. I don't know what it feels like to be on a nuclear submarine, but I'm sure this is what it would feel like. What?
If you live on a nuclear submarine, please write in.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would assume they have some sort of internet functionality on the nuclear submarine.
Probably better internet functionality than Xbox does.
Yeah, exactly. They should have a bigger aerial, shouldn't they? Put one on the periscope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which is rare. But yeah, yeah. Oh well.
There we go.
They've not learned from their mistakes. They've not helped out. They're just focused on the money in my eyes this time.
Yeah.
They're not thinking of the gamers, and
no.
they've lost it, and they've lost their hardcore game.
I don't understand how they managed to do this though, because the PlayStation were the first people to announce their console. they had months and months to change their ideas to outdo PlayStation, and it's like they didn't even bother.
Yeah, because I think everyone was pretty pleased with the PlayStation conference. They were like,
oh yeah,
it kind of raised a lot of eyebrows. You know, I don't think it was perfect by any stretch, but it was a good long conference, and they showed game after game after game, and they said, look, this is what we do well. This is what we're going to do. We're going to create games for gamers, and look at all these developers that we have first party. You know, and that's one thing that I think Microsoft have tried to do this time. But they just don't have that pedigree of in-house developers, do they? You know, they don't have a Naughty Dog, they don't have a Polyphony Digital, or they don't have a... Well, they have Insomniac now, don't they?
Yeah, but even that didn't look... And do you know what? That made me laugh. I see a tweet basically saying you've left Sony to go to a console that is about to be everyone going to Sony.
Yeah.
So they've lost out again.
Definitely. Yeah, because they kind of backtracked a bit, haven't they? They kind of said that they were going to... they just want to broaden their market, and by no means does this mean that they're not going to make games for Sony anymore. So they were like, I'm sure they're going to come back and go, like we said, we ain't going to make games for you
we
anymore.
Love you, Sony.
Resistance! Resistance 4! Like, no, nobody bought 3 or 2.
I didn't even play. I can't even remember I played 3.
People only bought 1 because there was no else out, let's face it.
But it was alright.
It was alright.
It was, I'll definitely go and maybe play it again.
I think I did not long ago. It looked a bit odd.
Well, that's the thing I'm worried about, like Call of Duty 4. I'm kind of thinking, is it going to be weird?
I think that just felt so good though, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Anyway, should we wrap it up?
Yeah, I may as well.
I think that's it. So thanks for joining. Thanks for listening.
Sorry, we didn't talk about Minecraft, about
We really should change our name now, shouldn't we?
Sony Craft.
That's it. But please check out... I forgot what it's called. Please check out CraftChat on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at craft_chat, and visit our website at craftchat.net. You can follow us individually on Twitter. Fragman?
Yeah, I can't even remember my username. Let me find out quickly.
Pennyboy?
My username is Darren 6890.
And I'm known as Darth Rich. Darth, DARTH_Rich.
Yeah, I've managed to find mine out. It is the Fragman. That is me.
Excellent. Now, we're not decided what we're going to do for the outro, whether we're going to play some music or not. So you might hear some music in a few seconds. If you do, if you do, stick around, because it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we're professionals, you can see this.
Alright, thanks for listening.
Cheers, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.